Hello and welcome. Hope you're keeping well. Today we're going to talk about the charities I'm riding for. In my last video, I mentioned that I was going to ride around 5,000 kilometers over the next 6 months to raise funds for charity. I guess I'm riding for myself, for my physical and mental health, but also want to leverage that to help raise funds for some deserving charities. The charities that I've chosen are basically got to do with mental health, kids, and pets. So right now, I have about 4 or 5 of them that I'd like to support, which also gives my viewers and anyone else who'd like to support these charities the option to choose which one is best, which one resonates with them and they feel more passionate about, or the cause, I guess, is that they find that cause more valuable than any of the others. Or if they want to support one of them, then that's great too. So let's get into it. Let's start with the charities that are supporting mental health. Movember, as you know, was started to help and support men with mental health challenges. And they've come a long way. It's not just about growing a mustache in the month of November to raise funds for mental health, but this has grown into a worldwide phenomenon where things happen all around the year. And that's what I want to do. So I want to help raise money for Movember so they can fund some incredible projects that they are running to help men with mental health challenges. On that note, this is not just about supporting mental health for men. Beyond Blue is another very good and hugely popular charity in Australia. They do a lot of work to support mental health for people of all ages. If you aren't aware, I have supported Beyond Blue before, and I had done a very similar challenge a few years back where I rode 10,000 kilometers in 10 months to raise money, and I raised more than about $3,500, which helped them, help many people. So I'm glad that I could be of help to them. With Movember, I mentioned that I had supported them and I have been supporting them for a few years. Turns out that I have raised more than $2,000 for them over the years, and I'm very glad that I am able to contribute, or was able to contribute, to programs to help men with mental health challenges. It is particularly close to my heart and mind because I do understand the challenges and what men can go through. And I also do understand the reluctance and the stigma with men and their mental health. So this one's very dear to me. And as a matter of fact, all these charities are very dear to me. More the cause that's more dear to me, that they're helping solve and support. I'll leave the links in the description below. If you'd like to start supporting, that would be much appreciated. Next, let's talk about children. I'm a father of 2 boys and a parent to 4 boys. My wife's got 2 of her own. So we have 4 boys, and for my wife and I, the well-being of our kids is top priority. We are very fortunate to have what we have and live the life the way we are living. But as we all do understand that there's so much happening around the world, and there are hundreds and thousands, if not millions of people who have children, and these children are not so fortunate. They live in very, very challenging conditions in terms of their health and well-being and, sanitary conditions, or just basic necessities that we all take for granted that they don't have. So if I can help a few kids to improve their lives, that would make a world of a difference for them. And it would just give me a little bit of happiness and satisfaction that I'm helping these vulnerable kids. Starlight Children's Foundation. So Starlight Children's Foundation is an Australian-based charity that runs a lot of programs to help very sick kids. They run programs on their own, but also they collaborate with hospitals, for example, to be able to support parents and families with sick kids in their cure or rehabilitation or whatever the case may be. So that is one of the charities. The other one is Save the Children. I have supported this charity before and will continue to do so because they do a lot of work around the world in helping kids where there is a desperate need. For example, in Gaza or in war-torn areas or areas where there's lots of famine or floods or whatever. So where there's a large number of people who have been impacted, certainly a big portion of those people are kids, and more often than not, Save the Children is there hoping to raise funds and run programs that will help those kids in need. So these are the two charities that I am going to support for children. As a pet owner, or at least I used to be a pet owner, I had a dog, and Ziggy was dear to me with unconditional love and companionship, and she was there by my side when I was feeling very alone, very vulnerable, and looking for the meaning of life or just why I should exist. So it has been something on my mind that I wanted to support a charity that did things for animals. Ziggy's no longer with us, and I miss her every day, but it has left such a big impact on my life and a big void. I would like to fill that with some kind of charitable work to help other dogs and pets. So I'm going to support RSPCA, which is the Royal Society for Prevention of Cruelty Against Animals. It is an Australian charity, and also they tend to be state-based. The link that I've got that I'll put in the description to support is more for the state of Victoria, where I am. But I guess any help it will do, because they run, again, lots of projects and programs. These are the charities at the moment that I'm going to be supporting through my riding, and it will be greatly appreciated if you could support my challenge by making generous donations. I feel bad asking for money of others, but I'm pretty sure that you're generous enough to just make a small but very meaningful and impactful donation. And until next time, take care of yourself and each other. See ya. Bye.